इसमें राज्यसभा में कांग्रेस का कैंडिडेट बहुत बड़ा बहुमत होने के बावजूद कांग्रेस के पास उसके बावजूद हार गया। 1 साल के कार्यकाल में यह परिस्थिति आ गई और अब हिमाचल प्रदेश में बजट सत्र चला हुआ है। बजट सत्र के दौरान जो कट मोशन विधानसभा के अंदर चर्चा हो रहे हैं उस पर वोटिंग होती है और वॉइस वोट के अतिरिक्त हम जो है उसमें डिवीजन ऑफ वोट जो है वो मांग रहे हैं।
राज्यपाल महोदय ने क्या आपको आश्वासन दिया?
नहीं, उन्होंने कहा कि नियमों के मुताबिक जो
एक मेरा आखिरी सवाल सर आपसे, जो 6 विधायक क्रॉस वोटिंग कर रहे थे वो अभी आपके संपर्क में, क्योंकि खबर इस तरह से आ रही है कि वो कह रहे हैं सुक्खू को चेंज कर दो तो हम वापस आ जाएंगे, किसी और को चीफ मिनिस्टर बना दो।
अभी तक इन सारी चीजों को लेकर के मुझे कुछ नहीं कहना।
आपके साथ है 6 विधायक वो?
जी जी बिल्कुल।
All right, so these are the live visuals of rebel MLAs now reaching, as you can see, the visuals on your screen. Remember, these are the 6 rebel MLAs and the Congress is now seeking their disqualification. The rebellion was in fact led by MLA Sudhir Sharma and Rajendra Rana. According to the sources, they were upset with the Sukhu's government and hence it led to the rebellion, and it was led by Sudhir Sharma and Rajendra Rana. Right now, bringing you live visuals straight from the ground of all of them reaching. It will be interesting to see.
अब हेलीकॉप्टर पहुंच रहे हैं क्योंकि शेड्यूल यहाँ पर लगातार है। टाइमिंग जिस प्रकार से दी जा रही है, अलग अलग टाइमिंग विधायकों को दी जा रही है हेलीकॉप्टर की लैंड होने की, तो वो शेड्यूल के हिसाब से सारी चीजें व्यवस्थित की गई हैं। तो कुछ देर में हेलीकॉप्टर पहुंच रहा है। ये हेलीकॉप्टर जो भी पहुंचा है ये दूसरा हेलीकॉप्टर जैस्मिन है। कुछ क्षणों में हेलीकॉप्टर पहुंच रहा है, लेकिन हिमाचल प्रदेश में राजनीतिक हलचल लगातार जारी है, लगातार तेज है और अब उसी को देखकर अभी कुछ देर पहले जिस प्रकार धर्माणी ने कहा, कैबिनेट मंत्री जो हाल ही में बने हैं।
We have CNN News 18's Arun Dhanta joining us on the broadcast. Arun, a very good morning to you. It will be interesting to see what lies next for these 6 rebellion MLAs. In fact, it will be interesting to see what happens after the budget session. What more details do you have from the ground?
Well, see, as far as Rajya Sabha election is concerned, the damage is already done for the Congress party, and that has brought, of course, the embarrassment for the leadership as well. But now they are worrying about the larger implications of this. Perhaps for one moment they could forget about this loss, but they won't be able to forget if something happens to the government in the state, and that is the biggest worry which the Congress leaders have at this moment. Now, we are given to understand that all these 9 MLAs, remember 6 of them are from the Congress party and 3 are independent MLAs, and importantly 7 out of those 9 MLAs are from Hamirpur Lok Sabha constituency. And remember, both Deputy Chief Minister and the Chief Minister Sukhu and Mukesh Agnihotri comes from Hamirpur Lok Sabha constituency itself. So it is a big jolt in that sense as well for them. But when these MLAs are coming back, what is going to be their stand? Whether they were only defected from the party for that Rajya Sabha seat, or they have some larger plans. We'll have to wait for that as well, because when these MLAs will come, with whom they are going to meet and what is going to be their justification for this, what happened yesterday, what transpired yesterday when they voted against their candidate Abhishek Manu Singhvi. So it is going to be a very interesting day. And also, of course, on the other hand, BJP is making a point that Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu government has lost the majority, and therefore they are planning to bring no confidence motion in the House. And in fact, just in the morning, few hours back, we saw that former Chief Minister and Leader of Opposition Jairam Thakur met the Governor of Himachal Pradesh along with some of the BJP MLAs and in fact talked about the impartial behavior of the Speaker of Congress Party for yesterday. In the letter which they have given to the Governor, it talks about the debate which was taking place yesterday, on which the opposition demanded the division of votes, on which Speaker did not pay attention, and in fact without even counting the head counts of the opposition leaders or the treasury benches. Speaker in fact passed those amendments. So that those were the points which he raised before the governor, and in fact seeked attention from the governor, and also requested him for that division of votes in the assembly when that passing of budget happens tomorrow. Because if the budget is not passed, remember tomorrow is the last day of this Himachal Pradesh's budget session, and if budget is not passed, then that will consider is a failure, and of course loss of majority in terms of Congress party is concerned in the state.
Definitely. Arun, please stay with us. We have CNN News 18 senior editor Pallavi Ghosh joining us on the broadcast as well. Pallavi, a very good morning to you. Very interesting to see that a draw of lots happened, which is extremely rare as a tiebreaker in this entire process, by which Harsh Mahajan actually won. Would you like to put that into perspective for our viewers first before we discuss this into depth?
See, that's the procedure. So in case there is a draw which takes place as far as Rajya Sabha elections are concerned, then the final decision is often taken by the lots, and this is touch and go situation. So it was equal number of votes for both the sides, but in that draw of lots, by that one vote, Harsh Mahajan won, and the rest is history. It was beginning of the unraveling of the Sukhu government, and Harsh Mahajan's win is just a first roadblock which the Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu government is facing. Frankly speaking, the day Harsh Mahajan was chosen as a wildcard entry by the BJP, made to file the nomination papers, there were inherent disgruntlement within the government. It's just that, as is usually the case with the Congress party, Sakshi, they don't even bother to pay attention to those telltale signs. And we saw those 6 MLAs crossing over. Now, the larger worry is that in case the budget is put to vote, the numbers could be much beyond those 6 MLAs. Yesterday at the meeting, there were at least 20 MLAs who conveyed that you change the chief minister, then everything is going to be okay, which means there's a possibility that there could be around those 20 MLAs, who knows, even more, who could actually cross vote, which means the government could fall only on the basis of the fact that the budget is not being passed, which is the reason why the Sukhu government really wants to drag its feet and not want the government for the budget to be put to vote.
Definitely, and in fact, Congress looks like they are in a damage control mode, because now DK Shivakumar and BS Huda are also going to Shimla in order to talk to all of those MLAs. But Pallavi, this point coming in at a very crucial point of time, right ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, is the damage control even possible for the Congress party in the state of Himachal Pradesh now?
Well, in the last 24 to 48 hours, I would say of all of Congress top leadership is engaged in trying to save the government. It brings out multiple messages. One is that lone Rajya Sabha seat you could not win. You did not even see the writing on the wall that there could be a cross voting which is going to take place. How really are you geared up to face the Lok Sabha? At some point of time, the BJP will make the point to the voters that there is an unethical government. They try to get an outsider, and this is also the anti-Hindu government because of the fact that they did not go for the Pran Pratishtha. Vikramaditya's silence, his absence from the late last night meeting, not a very good sign. Harsh Mahajan, old Congressy, he knows the old Congress leaders by hand. They've always been in touch with him. It's going to be very easy for him to influence these people. So in case the government, BJP is very determined about this. Don't give any time to the Sukhu government. You just change the chief minister, is not changing the ground reality, that there is no moral right for the Congress government to continue. And more than that, you see cross-voting in the Samajwadi Party yesterday in UP. You see a cross-voting in the Congress. From the voters, from the point of the India front, Sakshi doesn't look like an opposition which is really geared on to take on the BJP.
Definitely. Pallavi, please stay with us. Arun, now coming back to you, there are two kind of statements which are coming in from the Congress. First, Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu's government is alleging that these 5 to 6 MLAs were actually abducted, and at the same point of time, they are also planning to disqualify all of them because of the anti-party stand, because of the cross-voting that they actually did, is what we are speculating. Now, at this point of time, these two kind of statements coming in, is that not a trouble point for the Congress at this point of time?
Arun, right now for Congress party, the problem is not only these 6 MLAs, as Pallavi was rightly pointing out, that you never know, there could be other MLAs as well, because we know how things have been in the Congress party in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Mukesh Agnihotri is not somebody who has been liked by Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu or vice versa, and in fact then you have Pratibha Singh and Vikramaditya. And remember, when the recent reshuffle happened in Himachal Pradesh, few weeks back rather. At that point in time, portfolio was taken away from Vikramaditya Singh and was given to Yadvendra Goma, who was inducted in the cabinet in the Sukhu cabinet. So that was also a point which in fact led to some sort of friction between both of them. In any ways, there has been a difficulty in terms of relationship maintaining between Sukhu, Mukesh Agnihotri and Pratibha Singh and Vikramaditya. But now you have these 6 MLAs. You were not expecting from these MLAs to actually take this route. You were expecting from others to actually take such route. But now, when the headache started from the likes of Sudhir Sharma, Rajendra Rana, and other Congress MLAs, specifically remember, Sudhir Sharma has been a very senior Congress leader. He was minister even during the time of Raja Veerbhadra Singh, when he was the chief minister in 2012. So he was in fact part of his cabinet. Now he was not inducted by Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu in his cabinet, not in the first cabinet formation. In fact, the second reshuffle which they did, even in that he was not part of it. Rajendra Rana, of course, a giant killer who in fact tormented Prem Kumar Dhumal, the former chief minister of Himachal Pradesh, in 2017 assembly election. He was also expected to get cabinet berth. He did not get it, and the dissent has reached to the zenith, and perhaps that was the reason why we saw this decision being taken by these MLAs. But of course, the things which are coming to light at this moment, which these MLAs are saying that they have voted for the benefit and in favor of the Himachal Pradesh, because they saw the candidate winning is from Himachal Pradesh, and they were also making this point even before the nomination of Abhishek Manu Singhvi, that they would want somebody from Himachal Pradesh.
Arun, please stay with us. We'll come back to you to discuss that into depth. But right now, some big breaking news now coming in straight from the state of Himachal Pradesh. These are the words that we are receiving from the BJP. According to Himachal Pradesh's BJP sources, we are learning that BJP's new strategy to avoid anti-defection law is that apart from the 6 MLAs, BJP is busy in talking to 7 more Congress MLAs. And according to the sources, 5 MLAs and 2 ministers are in contact with them. So a total of 13 MLAs now are needed to avoid the anti-defection law. That's the big update coming in straight from the state of Himachal Pradesh, where this entire drama and this entire chaotic situation actually broke out post the Rajya Sabha elections, where Congress actually got a scathing defeat by the BJP. It was a surprise from Congress. Pallavi and Arun continues to stay with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, now coming to you, it's a big word coming in from the BJP sources that now 13 MLAs are required to avoid the anti-defection law. What more do we have?
So, Sakshi, this is exactly what we were talking about. Arun and I were exactly discussing this, Sakshi. The BJP is very clear. There's no reason why this government can continue. Changing the chief minister is not going to change things. They think that the government doesn't have the moral right. And we were talking about the 6 MLAs who have reached Shimla. It's not a question of those 6 MLAs anymore. It's actually much, much beyond that. That homework has been done. Harsh Mahajan was chosen for a reason. He was called actually the Ahmed Patel of Veerbhadra Singh. He knows all the old Congress leaders. He also understands the disgruntlement, and he, along with Jairam Thakur and the entire team, has been in touch with the Congress leaders. And there was a reason why he was made the wildcard entry, because they were going to tap this disgruntlement. So beyond the 6 MLAs, the BJP wants to counter the Congress's disqualification of those 6 MLAs, try to invoke the anti-defection law, which does not allow, this kind of a defection to take place, because then they're considered to be invalid votes. But if the number is more than 2/3, and that's the number which the BJP is aiming at, it is going to be deemed as either an entire party moving across together. So I would say the numbers are still not 13. It could actually be more. Those 20 people who spoke out at the meeting late last night are those ones over and above the 6 MLAs who were in Panchkula till late last night. So if you just count those 20 plus 6, the number actually goes up to 26. So it's all very well for the BJP at this point of time to claim, and they are right in doing so, that the anti-defection law will not apply on them, which is why they are insisting on the fact with the governor, do have a flow test, do have a test as far as the budget is concerned, so that the entire situation becomes clear. I think at this point of time, the Congress top leadership and Sukhu is only trying to buy time, but clearly the writing is on the wall.
And it will be interesting to see what exactly happens after the budget session, whether the floor test for the Sukhu government happens or not. We have seen in News18, Shirin Elizabeth joining us on the broadcast as well. Shirin, a very good morning to you. Is the damage control possible? Because DK Shivakumar and Bhupender Singh Hooda, both of them are also going to Himachal. What can be expected from their visit to Shimla now?
Good morning, Sakshi. Well, as usual, DK Shivkumar, who is known to be the troubleshooter of the Congress party, along with Bhupender Singh Hooda, because remember, when Chief Minister Sukhu had in fact been speaking to the media, he in fact said that number of their MLAs have in fact been kidnapped and have been taken to Haryana. So probably that is why Bhupender Singh Hooda has in fact been chosen along with DK Shivkumar. And right now they are in fact in Shimla, and they will be speaking to the leaders over there, to the Congress party leaders. But at the same time, we have to understand that this does come as a surprise for the Congress party. Eventually, we have to see how they will be able to hold the fort, because right now every crucial step is going to be very, very important given the budget, passing of the budget as well. Remember, 6 of the MLAs have been disqualified by the Congress party. The Speaker has sent notice to all these 6 MLAs. That will bring down the strength of the House. But at the same time, right now, BJP has, like we have just broken, that BJP is not just in touch with 6 MLAs, but more than that. So it is going to be, of course, difficult for the Congress party to get hold, to ensure that none of their MLAs now jump the ship. Though right now what the Congress party is saying, even with the 6 MLAs going to that side, they have in fact 34 MLAs with them, which is in fact good enough to pass the budget and also for the floor test. But meanwhile, we know the strategy of the BJP is not just confined to these 6 MLAs. They are going to poach more of these MLAs. That is going to be a very difficult situation, and we have to see, of course, how DK Shivkumar and Bhupender Singh Hooda will be able to control the situation, and will they be able to actually retain this state. Now, they are left with, Congress party is left with only 3 states at the moment: Telangana, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh. Just few months back, they were able to form the government, and now with this government going, it will in fact be a major, major embarrassment for the Congress party.
Definitely. Pallavi, now coming back to you, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu is still expecting the ghar wapsi of all of these rebellion, group, these 6 MLAs. But at the same time, now this news coming in, then you are also saying that, there could be 20. What does that take away from Congress as far as their majority in the state of Himachal Pradesh is concerned, and how exactly is that going to affect them in the Lok Sabha elections?
Technically speaking, the numbers are still there with the Sukhu government, but the test of that is only going to be on the floor of the House. So if the budget is going to be presented and then you have to vote for the budget, as per procedure, if the budget only is not cleared by the government is deemed to be ineffective. And that is where there will be no choice left but for the BJP and the governor to say that fine, let's go in for a floor test. I mean, this is a money bill that we are talking about, which is why the BJP wants a floor test, why the BJP actually wants the budget to be put to vote. And they don't want a voice vote. They want a proper vote by numbers, and because they feel this is how they can stand exposed. That's also the reason why the Congress party does not want it, because if those 6 MLAs ditched them during the Rajya Sabha elections, 20 spoke out yesterday against Sukhu, will placating them by changing the chief minister. There's no time. I mean, the point is that actually we are talking about an ongoing assembly session. How do you change a chief minister in the middle of all of that? You also give a reassurance that we are going to change the chief minister, get in deputy CM. That's also a formula which was discussed late last night. But again, there was no conclusion on that. All of these don't work. So, the die seems to be cast. I don't know what is it that DK Shivkumar and Bhupender Singh Hooda can now offer to the Congress MLAs where they'll decide not to cross vote. The maximum that the government is now going to try and push for is, let's not even have that session. So in a short while from now, the assembly session will begin. I think we're going to get a sense of what is really going to be playing out through the rest of the day. BJP is very confident. They say there's no compromise. There is definitely going to be a fall of the government. We are going to come back to power. 2 elections, Lok Sabha elections, ke time pe we'll do it. All of this makes the Congress certainly looks weak.
Definitely, and that was the word coming in from Jairam Thakur as well, because he said that, whatever happens, the government has already lost the majority. Arun, now coming back to you, since you have been waiting very patiently for us, what is the word coming in from Jairam Thakur when the question of floor test was actually thrown towards him, whether they are going for the floor test against Sukhu government or not? And also, I believe he asked for the resignation of the chief minister as well, if I'm not wrong.
Well, see, one thing is very clear, which BJP leaders have been highlighting whenever they speak to media, that this government, Sukhu government, has lost the majority, and therefore they are planning to bring the no confidence motion in the assembly to expose the Congress party's reality. Now, first, tomorrow, of course, is the last day of the budget, and we are given to understand that government will try to pass the budget today itself, but how that will be possible, they will have to chalk out a strategy in that regard as well, because BJP has been realizing here that at this moment they have every opportunity to take on to the Congress, even if Congress goes back to this formula of changing the chief minister and make somebody else a chief minister, and then formula of the deputy chief minister, etc. That will also give BJP impetus to go into the Lok Sabha election and tell people that look, they have to change Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. People have lost their faith in this government. This is embarrassing situation. So on one way, if that happens, BJP can take advantage of that as well in the state of Himachal Pradesh. And if they get the opportunity, if no confidence motion comes in the house, and they're able to actually beat the Congress government there in the assembly, that will be a huge embarrassment, of course, for the Congress party right before the Lok Sabha election. So BJP is making it very clear that this government has lost the majority in the house, and therefore they are ready for the no confidence motion. And that's the point which they raised, in fact, when they met governor as well. And that is the reason why Jairam Thakur has been asking for the division of votes, because in division of votes there will be a proper voting either by the ballot or by electronically, and therefore when you have such voting, when it happens electronically, then you will have the numbers on the screen that on whose side how many members are, and if that happens through the ballot, that will also be checked. So I think that is the reason why Jairam Thakur is asking for the division of votes, because yesterday when they were asking for division of votes on few amendments during the discussion, at that point in time Speaker did not allow it. The Speaker only asked for the opinions through the voice vote, and he decided on that, and amendment was cleared. So that was the point which he raised before the governor today when they met in the morning, and perhaps that is the reason why they want to expose the Congress party in the house, that not only 6 MLAs who are out of Himachal, even your MLAs who are sitting inside the assembly, they are also not with you.
Definitely. And Arun, what is the word coming in from Abhishek Manu Singhvi also, because Congress clearly had the majority of 40 numbers with them, but then they were brought down to 34. How has he reacted to this entire situation?
I think yesterday we heard the press conference of both Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu and Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, of course, was very confident, and everybody was actually confident about the victory, because Congress party has 40 MLAs, and they were also claiming the support of 3 independent MLAs. So when you require 35 seats to win a Rajya Sabha candidate, and you have 43 members, and still you end up at the losing end, it's a very difficult and embarrassing situation. And but of course Abhishek Manu Singhvi in that press conference saying that he thanked all the Congress MLAs. He in fact said that all those MLAs who did not vote for him, they were with him a day before voting in that dinner which Congress organized there in the state, and today they voted. But he's shown that humility, that he thanked all these MLAs, but in reality, of course, it's unexpected result which he did not expect. We have seen that Abhishek Manu Singhvi has been defending Congress party on multiple occasions in the Supreme Court, and he would be the 5th time Rajya Sabha MP if he would have been selected this time from Himachal Pradesh. So of course the anguish will be there, but what he said, he showed that humility by saying that he thanked all the Congress MLAs who voted for him, who did not vote for him. What else he could do? Congress party has faced this loss even when they had a good majority in the state assembly.
Definitely. All right, we have got the live visuals of Prime Minister Modi now coming in. Let's take a look at that.